The Whiskey Brothers.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, 1058. That's the number. That's a lot of podcasts. We are the Whiskey Brothers. There's a lot of us. Slade Ham, your host, as always. Doesn't it? I think I just
feels like we've been in the 50s a while.
Did I just unplug everything? I think I did. It doesn't
What
matter. Just life.
yeah,
Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson. We're joined by Grady Pruitt, our good friend, fellow Houston comic, back in Houston comic. And then behind the board, running the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, all the buttons. That is chicken. We got a good squad. Sam Damaris is not with us. He's on a boat, I think.
I'm on a boat.
On a boat, motherfucker, making money, motherfucker. He's out there. That's cool. We're out doing our thing too. I'll be in by the time this episode comes out. I think all that's left is Colorado Springs. If you're part of my Colorado folks, the 23rd and 24th of June. Some people should be. We got lots of people coming out that weekend. I know I got some folks driving out that always come out and see me from Texas. I think our good buddy Nate Williams, who's responsible for a great number of these Stranahan bottles.
Right, the Stranahan.
He's going to be coming up from Aurora. I got possibly some of the folks from Stranahan. It's all the good people in Colorado. So I'm excited about it. 23rd and 24th. Come see the new show. It should be. It'll be 8 shows better by the time I get to Colorado.
Right.
I'm excited. We're
Can
taping.
you stop taping specials?
Later. That's what's going on, man? What's up, guys? Hi, cheers. You got an old fashioned. I'm drinking courtesy of our
Jerry. My God, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Let's just do this the whole fucking episode.
Clink, clink, clink.
Just an episode of Cheers.
Man, we didn't have much to talk about.
I
I saw this thing the other day. Have you ever heard of Mad Honey? It comes from Nepal and it's supposed to give it a hallucinogenic
Oh yeah, the hallucinogenic
effect,
honey. They got,
but it's legal to purchase in the U.S. I was like, I think we just need to buy some Mad Honey and do a whole podcast while we eat the Mad Honey.
Wait, it's legal?
Yeah, it's illegal to buy in the U.S. You can buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
What?
I'm game.
Who wants? Who doesn't?
July
want to do
episodes.
Okay.
Well, you got to run the machines, bro. You can't be.
can't.
You can't be hallucinating
fuck
about
it,
whether
no,
we're
no,
recording or
We
not.
need everybody in the same vibe.
I'll make you a deal. Here's what we should do. We should let Chicken do the same thing we do,
Okay.
and we'll just record ISOs underneath. And then if it's a total shit show, we just got to agree on who's going to edit this. Because it
Okay.
ain't going to be me.
I would gladly edit it.
So
I
you'll
have
have
this
3
on
isolated
fine.
tracks. You'll be able to fix all of his crazy wild
Whatever he
edits.
And it'll just be 2 hours. We go.
That's,
Yeah.
10:59. Catch it on
I'm
YouTube.
100%. Anything that's a hallucinogenic, I'm fucking fine.
we should. I don't do psychedelics around people. So this will be.
I have to
It's
tell you
mild. They say it's a very mild hallucinogenic, but it's one of those you have to take the dose they tell you to take because if you go farther than that, it becomes really bad.
Oh
really
yeah. Let me
Like
hurry.
bad-
Let me make sure I get the math right on the eBay honey.
They call it a physical hallucination, like a body hallucination. So it's a different you perceive colors, lights, and temperatures.
Like,
Come on.
so I get.
Yeah.
So hang on. So I get when
Yeah,
I.
so it's like about your physical perception, not so much your visual perception. It's more about your physical perception of the space you're in. So
I use my eyes
if
and
you
ears.
take too much of
I'm
it,
not taking this shit.
then if you take
I
too
got
much
confused
of
in
it,
the goddamn instructions.
this dude,
None of this, by the way, medical advice.
guy
We're
that
not
the guy that I
doctors.
was
We're not-
watching
I feel
that
like you're
did it.
explaining an enema.
He did it, and his brother did it. His brother's like, "Well, I'm not feeling any yet," so he went back and did another dose. And then, 45 minutes later, his brother's laying on the floor in pain, "Oh my God, I'm on fire."
Okay, that's literally like rule number 1. You light, well, not you,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
rookie
That guy, yeah.
elementary school teacher level that you never dose again
No.
until you know what.
I gotta tell you.
Hypothetically
I learned that the
speaking.
hard way early on. So yeah,
I gotta tell you what my dad
Hypothetically.
said.
I didn't have a guide.
My dad.
No.
I think I tell you know this. My dad trying to be caring, right? But just too stubborn or whatever on getting information. It's he comes to me. He's like, "Hey, son, I don't agree with a lot of stuff you're doing. You know what I mean? But he's like, so you do mushrooms, right?" I go, "Yeah, Dad, I do mushrooms." He goes, "All right, just tell me, which ones do you do? The Sykes or the Delics?"
Sometimes I mix them up, Daddy.
I go, what? He go, don't play stupid now, motherfucker. Which ones you out here doing? The Sykes or the deli?
You should have really fucking like I do the psilocybin.
That's what I said. So I go, I do psilocybin. Which one is that? Dad, it's both of them. He yells,
Psych or delic.
I go, Dad, it's both of them then. He yells to my mom, yep, he out there bad. I told you. He on both of them motherfuckers. He on the Sykes and the Delics. He on the Sykes and the Delics. So this motherfucker thinks it's Psych or Delics.
Masturbate.
Yeah.
I want to be like just to do the psych.
The delic
I
sounds
feel
fun.
weird, but I'm
Delic
not
sound
seeing
fun as
anything.
hell.
That sounds like you're gonna dance.
Yeah, exactly. Delics got Molly in it.
Yeah.
Delic sound to me
sounds
like
fun.
that medicine makes you pee a lot. You know what I mean? What is that?
Oh, my God.
What
What are you talking about?
What's that? What's that thing?
Diuretic.
Diuretic. There we go.
Damn, yo goofy ass can't say shit today.
Diuretic. Did it. I was gonna get there eventually. I think it's like starting a lawnmower. You got to yank on it a couple
Smack him
times.
like a 90s Walkman.
Sounded like a DJ. Did it. Diuretic.
You were two
Now
letters away
streaming.
from Batman. That was
I think I was trying to say diterates, which was
What are you trying to say, Jay?
diuretics. That's where I was trying to get.
It's getting late in the evening. This motherfucker,
past my bedtime.
can't speak no more. God damn it.
that's a lot of
So
D's.
I have to ask, when the last time is anybody can say when the last time you been hit by a car? Because go ahead.
I thought
2000
mine was longer ago, but then I remembered another one.
Oh, that's fine.
2000 and we shouldn't all have answers to this. So should we start? Should we start there? Should we start at the fact that no, we shouldn't all have an actual answer?
Do you buy you?
I can't remember a time I've been hit
Good
by
for
a
you.
car.
Good for you.
Honestly, can't. I'm
You shouldn't.
racking my brain. I don't think I have.
This is you, my best friend, but as drunk as you've been, I would assume,
Yeah.
I would assume you got at least 3 under your
Yeah.
belt.
Hang on, the
But he
car
doesn't
might not
remember them.
Yeah.
And it's also possible he hit the car and the car wasn't moving. There's, you know what I mean? Is it a wreck if you do the impact? I think probably 2005 or 6 for me would have been with the crazy
In the United
X.
States or in
U.S.
You-
U.S.
United
Yeah,
States,
with the
okay.
crazy X, she would have. Yeah,
she
that was
definitely
yeah
something
for
like
sure.
that.
Her.
What
Yeah,
about you, J.J.?
mine was about 2006. No, 2010, 2011.
Oh shit! You
But
missed by.
it was a construction. Had poured concrete in the street, and this old lady was coming in her Buick, and she's like old octogenarian.
So probably a
And
drive.
I knew her. I knew all the people in my complex where I managed this complex, and I was waving at her, trying like, "Hey, you're about to drive off in the concrete." And I ran out in front of her, thinking, "Oh, this will get her," and it didn't. You know what I mean? And she just hit me, but she was only going like 20. But I just went over the hood and over the ground, and
Oh my God.
she drove right off into freaking concrete.
Then y'all had some more shit to pay. Anyway,
This shit made me giggle, but it does.
you rolling over that shit.
Yeah, I just hit that. My guys were laughing so hard. They're like, "Did you think he was going to stop that car?" I was like, "I thought."
You just look like
I just thought she was going to see me and hit the brakes. You know, I like. There's no way this lady's going to run over me and the concrete and
Sure enough.
all these orange cones and this huge barricade.
you
You
were
know what
My
I mean?
Name is Earl episode.
I hadn't thought about it. So I got hit by a car 2 weeks ago, which made the 6th time I've been hit by a car in my life.
Okay.
Son.
So
6.
when I was like a teen, I was.
Do you count the windshield of the?
I don't count that
the
because
ma-
I was in it.
Okay.
I was in the. Yeah, that was.
I got.
an accident.
Okay.
But I'm talking about just like
physically,
as a pedestrian.
car impacting
Yeah.
you.
On foot.
Well, Grady remember one. We was in College Station. We went to go do the gig. I went to go walk around, and the Mexican dude hit me. Didn't speak any English. We did the limbo thing. Like I'm like trying to cross. He's trying to whatever, and then we went at the same time. So he fucking hit me as he's going. I went on stage and did like 3 minutes on it. But 2 weeks ago, I got hit coming out of the grocery store. I don't even know. I just was kind of in a daze, and
6
I walked
is not
out.
normal.
I mean, a lot of shit in my life ain't normal.
I understand. But we're talking about
at
this right now.
6, you start blaming the victim.
That's the
Maybe you're not walking right. What were you wearing?
What were you wearing?
not enough bright colors, apparently.
You're wearing that cardigan in the hood.
Yeah. Stop with the muted colors.
Yeah, you know who doesn't get trafficked? People who reflective belts.
Exactly.
Wait, that's those mix of metaphors.
No, 2 weeks ago, coming out of the grocery store, I just was walking out, and this was crazy. I got hit, and I was on the ground, and I'm on the ground, and I remember my first thought was, Slade.
Wait, for how long?
I was down there about 9 seconds.
Did
I'm
they
on
like
the
hit you
ground.
full body? Like what kind of?
So yeah, let's go back to the event. You're coming out the store. You got groceries in both
No.
hands. You got nothing. Did you Western
They didn't have
Union
what I
somebody?
wanted. They didn't have what I wanted.
So you're dejected.
wasted trip and
You're
got
coming
run
out
over.
now. You're trying to decide if you can get this at a CVS or
Let
you
me
got to
please
go to
say
a
this.
real grocery
The
store.
grocery store. Grocery store is my favorite place to be.
Okay.
I'm probably my funniest at the grocery store.
That's
I
amazing.
believe it.
I go in the grocery store,
But
and
you're
I'm
doing
the
slapstick. These
silly-
pratfalls don't count.
I am the silliest man. I am the silliest person.
You
No
out
one
here
likes
doing
going to the
Buster
grocery store with me.
Keaton.
I'm
God, how funny would it have been if you had to wear a neck brace?
I think about this all the time. Jerry, I think about this all the time. God, I probably wouldn't stop laughing.
No, if you don't, here's the thing: you got to spend 100% of the time you have in a neck brace with us.
Oh, I will. I will.
There's
if
no
I ever
way-
end up when I end up in a neck brace.
Yeah.
And you got to get the
Been
plain
done.
one, the shitty one.
All right, so you're coming out
No,
the
but
grocery
I'm
store.
silly. I've been
dejected,
silly in the grocery store.
happy.
Most times I just go there just to be silly. It puts me in a good mood, actually.
Okay.
So I'm walking out. I'm just walking out, whatever it is, and then I end up on the ground. I can't tell you what. I just remember I end up on the ground. I remember hitting the feeling a bump on my leg and ended up on the ground. I'm on the ground like 9 seconds. I'm like, my first thought was, how the fuck did I end up on the ground? And I was like, oh, I got hit. I think I got hit by a car. And then I see the car that hit me just going over speed bumps. I'm talking.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting the fuck out this parking lot.
You're like, Dad?
I'm like, what the fuck? And then I was like, damn. So I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, I just got hit by a car or whatever. And everybody's in a panic. I'm like, I'm fine. This like happens. I've been through this before. And then the first time I'm talking
You said
to
that like
goes,
you had the cold before.
Yeah. The first time,
like when Superman lands in the concrete and then just sort of shrugs it off.
I had a sinus infection last year. It's about the same.
the person I'm on the phone with is like, what do you mean this happened before? Like what you like? I'm like, I've been hit by a car a lot of times. Like as I think about it, I thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, I've been hit like 6 times. Cause I somehow it just end up. When I was a teenager, I got hit. I'll tell you 2 of the times I got hit. Playing basketball, we play like in an area where like there was a street nearby.
Yeah.
So like if the ball, like whatever, something
Everyone
happened,
go get
somebody
it.
kicked the ball, whatever.
Busy street.
I'm running after the ball. I got hit by a car like that. I got hit trying to save trying to like
Right. Oh,
throw
yeah.
this shit back in
Yeah,
bounds.
yeah.
And right as I'm doing it, a car comes. I land right on the
That's
fucking.
a good teammate right
Yeah.
there.
They was like,
Right
"Good
on.
hustle, Drake. Good hustle."
Wow.
That's good D. That's good D.
So like I like twice
Dennis
I got hit
Rodman.
like that. The other time was like just going to go get the ball, getting smacked like that.
Are you magnetic?
Man, I don't know. Slay, like I honestly think people just don't see me.
No,
That's
well,
possible.
Or
also
something
you
like
grew
that.
up in a racist neighborhood. That might have been.
There goes one.
Yeah. Like they can't openly hit you, but like the fact that you're in the street, they're like, oh, there's some opportunity.
In fact, little fact, they put up the basketball.
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
They have
It's a deer feeder.
I mean,
But
I hate to ask the obvious question,
ahead.
but how many times at night?
Only one time at night.
Where you're kind of camera.
No, but this is like
You know?
this is a toxic situation thing.
Oh, okay.
So that one was fucking brutal. Like that person floored it,
Oh, they were trying to
and
hurt
they
you.
were trying to like kill
Was this
me.
a relationship or something?
This was somebody that wanted dick that I didn't want to give no more. So it wasn't even a
a
relationship.
complex relationship.
Yeah, it was. I shouldn't have been over there.
Yeah.
I already knew I wasn't going to give her the D.
I shouldn't have been over there. Is what it
I
was.
should have been over there not slinging dick.
Yeah,
those that's how I count mine. That's not those are exceptions to the rule. That was
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah, but you had a lot of them damn exceptions to the rule, son.
They were all intentional. They were all intentional. They were.
Just how many exceptions before it's a new rule? Don't stand on the edge of the balcony while she's talking to me. Don't stand in front of her. My wife ran over me one time, my first wife, because I threatened to break up with her, and I was standing in front of her car while she did it. And okay, don't have conversations outside of cars with women that are mad at you.
You shouldn't have to have that rule in your life, though, is the thing.
That's the thing. No. You have to that's a badge. Because you are slinging dick well. No raggedy dick motherfucker's been ran over by a car. I'll tell you that right now.
Man, that makes me feel better about
If you like, I'm leaving, they're like, get your sorry dick ass up out of here, player. Let me help you back. Matter of fact, let me put you in the car.
I
just been looking for a reason.
Exactly.
I didn't even have a job, and she didn't want me to leave.
Oh, my God. Jerry Wayne is a black name.
Oh, yeah, no. That's the first thing I thought of when you're like, damn, try to run you over. I was like, how many times did you make her come? Like, that is.
I mean,
she must have squirted.
That's a mess.
Don't off the pedal.
Don't let a lady trick you into letting her squirt.
Wait, what?
That's a mess. That shit, nigga, you know that shit.
I thought he said it's a mess. Did you say it's a mess or a myth?
It's a mess.
Okay.
No, not a mess.
I thought you
It's
said
a mess.
The first time I thought mess, and then the second time I thought myth, and I'm like, I don't want to question it because he's gonna say something about me.
That shit will show up. That shit show up on the other side of the mattress. You be like, damn, this thick shit.
The first time it happened to me, I was like, did you just piss on me?
Yeah, 100%. Feel like you just won a college football game. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Good job, coach.
I was pretty drunk, so I just remember being like, what the
Right, you got to go stand on your roof, wait for a helicopter to get there.
The best shit ever.
Yeah.
We was talking about PDA. That's the best PDA.
Wait, what?
It's to squirt in public.
Well, I never experienced that.
You know that lady squirt in public?
Nope. No, I can honestly say that.
God damn it, Jerry.
I feel like I hadn't lived.
Well, Jerry, what are you up to then? Well, never mind. You
Not
all
in public.
tied up now. You married
Yeah.
now. You ain't out there getting no strange. You ain't got no TikTok pussy yet?
I've had it offered. I'm just not. Yeah, I'm a faithful man.
You know, he out there crushing it on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm a faithful man.
A lot of Chinese women.
Actually, honestly, it's like old. Like
So wait, what is-
old Chinese?
Hang on, what is-
No. Just old. Just old.
This pussy come with sauce.
Right.
No,
Ooh.
no.
Fortune Nookie? Is that?
No, most of it, unfortunately, is not Asian. It's Appalachian.
This bitch got 3 eyeballs.
Misfortune Nookie.
Yeah, it's just like some 55-year-old lady in a trailer that's computer works good enough to do TikTok.
So what does the inquiry look like? I want to know what the Appalachian
It always starts.
reach
Hey
out
there,
is.
handsome. I want to talk to you. Like, no, can't do that.
So all right, so it comes, hey there, handsome. Let's talk about what is the. So do you get weird, creepy people hitting on you?
We talked. So
let's so yes to you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I get a lot of gay men who like bears.
Okay, perfect. So you get a lot of
my shit is through DoorDash.
Okay.
We were talking about. Remember, we were talking about the. Go ahead, JP.
Do you get
DoorDash
it?
girls? Or because you're DoorDash and they're okay.
And
That
then
makes
because they
sense.
have your cell number now.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
they get
you
to see
get
you,
it
too.
also.
I get Instagram DMs from girls at shows.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just curious about the.
Go ahead.
What did I say? Oh, okay, too dismissively for
I
you?
ain't say nothing. We know you getting fan mail. You gonna check the bite. This bitch in here again.
No, so great.
This shit old school.
What is the I'm always curious as to what makes someone send like some sexually overt like
What makes them do that?
how like you got to sit down and formulate like you got to think about this person's going to get what I send them.
I've only had a handful do that because I do talk about being married and stuff. I do wear a wedding ring, but I have what I have a lot of is like hey, are you single? You know, that kind of thing. And then like, no, I'm not. Very happily married. You know, appreciate the interest, flattering, whatever. You know,
Fair.
that kind of stuff. Very rarely, every once in a while, it's just somebody's like, "Oh, that." I told one lady, I was like, I'm very happy married. She was like, "That's none of my business." And I was like, "All right, block you."
You said block you?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Listen,
He's got
I-
a different marriage than
I
you.
understand.
I ain't trying to get Rachel
no,
up on murder charges,
That's-
man.
No,
She'll kill a
my shit,
motherfucker. You know?
Right, then he's got to raise both these kids himself.
That's
Come
true.
on,
Yeah, and I'm
What I'm
clearly
saying
not
is,
good at it. They don't talk like
it's
me.
one of two. It's
they will.
it's either it's either lonely or batshit crazy. That seems to be the.
That's fair.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about an easy.
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
Like a for sure. I'm going to fuck.
Oh.
It's either lonely or batshit crazy. You don't really find a decent human being that's like checking like that. But they come in decent. They come in. Hey, how you? Like they come in very decent. But it's either one of the two. My shit, like I say, is through the DoorDash. It's just like drop the food off, and then.
Hey, you forgot my pickles.
I've got nudes through the app and shit. I've got shit like that where it's like, all right.
Wait, so they just immediately respond back to the DoorDash dude with nudes?
Well, because
thank you for my pizza. Here's my boobs.
Most of them have ring cameras.
He's also a very good DoorDash driver.
The
service is on point. It's probably usually early.
Cheese
and
is
he's
still
polite,
moderately melted.
and she's happy and satisfied. She got her pizza, and now
say,
she's like, "What else do I need?"
He looks like he's looking deeply into her eyes.
That tray could dash to me.
Out of the, let's say 16. Let's just be safe. Out of the 16 instances this has happened, I would only speak about 2. This is 14.
Right.
Whiskey bottles. I'm fucking. You know what I mean? This is not. It's bitches that look like them helmets. It's not. These are not. These are light bulb built bitches. But
he's still doing it. He just wouldn't talk about it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm just not gonna. I mean, what I'm saying. What do you want me to do?
I'm a comic. I need the story.
I mean, it ain't that bad. But you once you're in their space, you go, oh, I see why you not getting fucked.
Yeah, you're sending your boobs to the dude who dropped off your pizza rolls.
And I'm just trying to help you get through a month. You know what I'm saying? Good dick is suicide prevention.
You may have saved something.
Yeah.
I'm saying you saving a life at least for 30 days.
It's weird. You talk about like lonely or crazy. Like so many girls that I hooked up with, or even had like little flings where I was like, oh, she's like a little kooky. She's a little off. And then months later, go like, oh, she's schizophrenic.
Yeah, exactly. You find
know?
out, oh, this is an actual issue.
She should have been diagnosed by now.
Yeah.
How did she slip through the system?
There's a lot of that shit. But
I attract.
That's a lot of what is attracted to slaves is just outright.
no, at
crazy.
your age, you got to be done.
But
you got to be done.
yeah, 100%. I don't deal with any of that drama. I am for the. I can say this confidently. I am dealing with no female drama right now. There is zero of that in my life. That's good. But just that level of reaching out, man, like flagrantly assuming that you have the right to do shit there have been some instances where people will like flat out send overt message and then call on Messenger, which I don't know how you stop that. If you're just where you like calling me, my phone ringing, my fucking phone, bro, at midnight or some shit, like sitting on my coffee table. You're in my space now. That is, and that to me, when you reach that, I can't fathom a world where I call a fucking. I can't fathom a world where I call somebody I know. I won't call
That's
y'all
really funny
without
saying,
texting
"Hey, I'm about to
first.
call." Yeah,
and you just in my.
No, calling a stranger. Yeah. So I will say I haven't said yes to all. If they call and it's a whole thing, I'm pretty friendly. Because I have a perspective of like this is it's a very lonely fucking world for some people.
Right.
Some people have nothing. They moved away for college or something like that, or they're just away from their family. They don't have their apartment echoes.
You putting a D in DoorDash.
Yeah,
I got you.
So it's like I'm just saying I understand it on. It's really sad when you see like guys. When you see a guy's apartment isn't even made up for visitors.
So how many of the 16 are dudes?
Zero.
The beds on cinder blocks.
Yeah, I bet you bang on a lot of floor mattresses.
I bet your tip rate is through the roof. Your tip rate.
No, but just the tip rate.
There you go.
Your earning statistics are probably insane.
I'll be honest.
This guy's making like $700 a tip.
Yeah, but it takes it 2 hours a trip.
Not doing very many runs.
Like this guy pauses these dashes a lot.
A lot of time at this apartment
What
complex.
the fuck is going on over there? I'll be honest. They're not. I've rejected a lot. Like it's some where you're just like, absolutely fucking not. Like it's just no, it's not happening. But it's some where you're like, all right, it's fucking. And it's usually late. It's usually 11 at night or it's late. So you kind of like, you're like, oh, this is a lonely late. Now I won't do this. I will go if your guy works overnight. I'm not fucking you. I've jumped out of too many windows of dudes.
Been hit by too many cars.
I remember this chick I was fucking with named Bree.
Bro,
fucking
that
dude,
life,
her
that
dude worked
life.
overnight, and I found out the night he got off early. Her mom like, Alex is here. She screamed because he pulling up.
Oh, so
Alex
her
is
mom
here.
knew too.
Well, this is fucked up, but her mom, like, we was fucking. Her mom caught us, right? And then she was just like, look, he ain't here, blah, blah. She was explaining whatever, da, da, da. And her mom was like, all right, fuck it. It just is what it is. This is the black guy that comes over and drops off dick. This is a Hispanic chick. So, you know, black dick is a prized possession in some houses. Jerry.
Okay.
So, shut up, chicken. So I
He said that to me like he's talking to me about fish.
Motherfucker, this is a delicacy.
I can understand that.
Some women talk about it in nail shop. They
It's
be
like if
Bree got a
snails
black
eating
dick
friends.
last week, and everybody celebrated. Like, give it up for Bree. She got a black dick last
She
week.
did it.
So, anyway, it was fun. But then the guy's coming in, so she's trying to start, and I'm like out the window, and I'm like, yo, I'm looking down at where I gotta jump, and she's like, you gotta jump now. You gotta jump right now. I'm like, God damn. So, fuck, bro. I jumped.
But you like a squirrel. You can land
I
without.
was good.
You
She
just
called me
spread
to
out.
come.
Athletic, man. He can hit the ground and roll.
I was good. She called me to come back. I was like, no.
No.
Why didn't you tell me? You got to tell me. So we meet up somewhere, and then we do.
So I can leave
can't
my
fuck
pants
you.
rolled up like a
I
fireman.
had no idea.
Or you got to put a slide on that window.
Yes.
Something.
A pole.
Yeah.
Little fireman's bowl.
I thought them size 11 of Jordans was yours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bitch, you got to say
I just thought about it. You said they were sending you stuff through the app. But there's like some IT dude in Austin who you're like his hero. Because he's tracking all this. He's like,
funny.
there's my boy. My man Trey doing it again.
So they you get the shit and you just like, whatever, you weed through that. But fuck, I had a point, but I lost it, obviously.
That's all right.
Where you at on we're talking about PDA.
PDA?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a.
Yeah, I have to know. I have to know about you. So we've been to a few countries, not as many as Sam,
we have been some places.
but we've done shit.
Yeah, no,
We're
a chunk of
brotherly.
it. Yes,
Um,
we're close.
We're close, very close. So I've never seen you in anything
I know.
like. If somebody asks me about, they'd be like, "What is Slade's sex life like?" I'd be like, "This
Non-existent.
motherfucker is abstinent."
Yeah,
Slade jerks off into gas station hats. I don't know what the fuck.
bro.
But I know you get pussy because you got a beard.
I keep. I keep my life private, bro,
That's
and
good.
it's a for crazy. I mean, there's crazy shit out there, but regarding PDA, I will say this: I am totally different in a relationship. May I say that I'm probably anti PDA in and out of a relationship.
Yeah.
Honest to God. So it's like I've been in bars my whole life. Like I've run bars, I've been in bars, I'm in clubs. The whole entirety of my ecosystem is usually dudes trying to pick chicks up, right? And it's a I've been in a situation where you're just with a girl and you're on an airplane, you get up and go to the bathroom, when you come back, the dude sitting next to her is already, so is that your boyfriend? You know what I mean? Like those sorts of situations. So
Yeah.
I already know how dudes are. So it's just like, man, if we can just
Yeah,
not
you
be
try to-
anything we can do to not attract attention to us, because I'm already introverted, I prefer. And then if I'm single, it's just sort of I don't want to get caught doing what we're doing because there's probably somebody else in the bar that I'm doing something similar
Yeah.
with because I'm just reckless and don't give a shit.
Gotcha.
So it really depends on where I'm at on the spectrum
Yeah.
as to how
What
I
about
act.
you? How do you feel about it?
It depends.
You are pro, like mischievously pro.
It depends on the bitch I'm with. I shouldn't. It's too much brown liquor because I'm sound like Uncle Jerry Lee in this motherfucker. But depends on the bitch I'm quitting. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
No, it depends on who I'm with.
Somehow even that out to neutrality. And
Yeah.
when you said courting, it offset the bitch.
No, it does though. Like it depends. Like if I go in, so this I realize this. The lady you with, some of us are lucky enough. Sometimes we get with women that like they go in and they are head turners. Meaning
Yeah,
like every
yeah.
dude is like, who the fuck is that? And you with that chicken and whatever. And then some of us like it depends on where you go, right? Like it depends on where you go. If I'm talking to a chick and she got red weave in her head, I go somewhere on the north side. I'm gonna make out with this bitch. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make everybody in there jealous. You know what I mean? At certain place, it just depends on how the lady looks.
Right.
So I like PDA, but I like it like in an alley. You know what I mean? I like it in like
He like semi-PD.
trafficable places. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to like
do it in the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not big on that. Like I was telling Jerry, like the chick trying to blow me at the. That's why I like old fashions. It remind me this bitch head was good, but she didn't. I was like, don't suck it in this bar. Like we're in the bar. Like, come on now.
But, let's not get thrown out if I'm enjoying the drink.
Can we at least close the tab? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit much.
It's a bit much. Like it's a little too
There's
much.
a semi-private men's room over there.
But it depends on the girl. Like if you out with just like you like, girl, you just like you keep with like a what they call a night fighter or whatever. Like you just she's in the dark. You like, all right, I gotta fucking.
But doesn't it depend? It depends on the level too, right? Like if we just kind of, if we're both sitting at the bar, and we both got drinks and we're kicking it, and like we're occasionally in middle of the conversation, kind of making out, you know what? Like little, not fucking curled up, like making out, but like the kiss here and there, and then we finishing our drinks and we're talking, our legs kind of crooked over each other. I don't mind that shit at all. It's the
hand holding,
flagrant, like when you see two people. Like I've seen people.
God damn.
I've seen people. I remember I taped it. Me and Jason,
Get a room.
legitimately, Jason Russell. I remember this so vividly. Jason Russell, not Jason Russell. What was his fucking name? Jason something. Jason Russell's an
Duncan
asshole.
Trussell.
Different Russell. Different Jason. Jason something. We're in Dallas playing this theater. It was a fun gig because it was a 1,500 seat theater. It had 6 people at it. 4 of them worked there. It was terrible. But we both did the show, and then when it was done, we went over to this bar and we're hanging out. And I remember pretending to take pictures of him so I could photograph the couple 5 tables back, and they were wrapped up in each other, and the dude's hand was so far down, like ventriloquism hand. Yeah. He was wrapped around her and up, and you're like, where is his hand? It has to all be this is, I can't understand the physics.
Don't shake his hand.
And it's gonna look like he fell asleep in the bathtub. Yeah. It's just the whole thing was.
He fell asleep in the bathtub.
There you are.
That looks like a chemical reaction, my friend. We're gonna have to abstain from a greeting.
Oh shit!
So that was too much.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Where you at, Jared?
I didn't mind it when I was like younger and reckless, but me and Rachel were never like crazy like that. But she also ran the comedy club, so we had to kind of be careful anyway, because of appearances and such. But even still, like we like hold hands and shit in public. And it's very clear that we're married or whatever, but it's just not.
Hold hands.
I'm not into that. I only like PDA. I only really encourage PDA. It's like, and I think we've probably all had this experience when you're out with your friends. And one of your friends is too drunk, and he meets the girl in the bar that's also too drunk, and these 2 idiots start going at it and making future plans and shit, then I fully encourage the PDA. Then I'm like, go for it, brother. There'll never be another night like tonight. I believe in love at first sight.
I love her, bro. I love her. I've never seen a girl like this, and you know it.
Who's up for shots?
Look me in the eye and tell me the last time you ever saw me get like this over a girl. When did I ever do this?
I encourage that. I will. All my other friends will leave because they'll be disgusted with it, and I'll still be pumping him the gas. Like, you got this, bro. You look happier than I ever seen you.
I'll drive y'all straight to the Scottish Inn.
Where you at, GP?
I'll be honest, I've actually never felt the touch of a woman, but I just like to hear y'all's stories. I think it's fun.
He's just gonna go home and listen to this episode again.
I think I know how I feel about PTA now.
No, the girl I'm dating now, it's a very new relationship, so we're kind of learning.
So you're not single?
No, I'm not single.
How long have y'all been together?
Technically, we've been in a relationship for like only like a couple of weeks. We've been kind of talking for a couple of months.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
It's not new.
Yeah.
It's new.
So we're all kind of learning. We're learning each other's like what we're comfortable with, boundaries, and what it. So she is, and she's with her friend and that very touchy and everything like that. And so for me, when we're together and we're not around any of our friends or anything like that, if we're out at a bar or I'm fine with PDA. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm down. I'll grab her leg, make out and everything. Not this fucking
not trying
crazy,
to bone. Yeah.
hand down the pants and shit like that. But I have no problem hand on the thigh, making out.
You ain't gotta show me.
You know what I mean?
How fine this bitch is.
And
you fine. I'm trying to make you squirt.
So I'm
Train's going for wrinkle hands.
I'm trying to make you squirt. If she finds the motherfucker,
I'm coming out of this hard with both hands pruny as shit.
If I don't leave here with a new California raisin impression, so you're in the
I'm
bar.
sorry, GP.
no, you're good.
So you're not figuring.
Don't apologize for making jokes.
Okay.
Hey, quit it.
This ain't supposed to be funny.
I'm trying to open up here.
Guys, I'm trying to get back to the narrative.
No, but she's at a point like she truly enjoys stand up and comedy, so she comes out to shows and everything like that. She's met a bunch of my friends. She's met Trey and everything like that. And then like sometimes we'll be at and she wants to kind of like touch and make out, and I'm like, I don't want to do it around my friends, around people we know, and
Or
everything.
while you're working.
That's I had to explain. I'm like, I know this seems like a fun night out, like at a bar. I'm like, this is actually my work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I try to explain it. It'd be like if I went into your office, like around like your coworkers, and just grabbed your ass
They wouldn't fly.
and started like making. You'd be like,
Depends on how bad this bitch is.
you know what I mean? Like,
Trey trying to make her squirt at work.
I don't give a fuck, bro. If she bad, wherever it's going down, wherever at.
yeah.
That's my favorite shit. I love fucking a bitch that
say
like
she did something.
Like at a
last
Kroger or
night,
something?
I believe that I was like, oh, I like this shit.
Yeah.
We hopped into this bar, right? And she
Okay,
went
so
up-
hang on. Before you get to this story, I do want to ask: how is she? Is all this fair game? Have y'all discussed this in the relationship? How much are you allowed to talk about?
Well, are you talking about this? What we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
PDA? Oh yeah. We have conversations about it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's cool with you telling jokes about her.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
That's okay. That's a big pass.
Oh yeah. I run everything. Like I go like, is it cool for me to talk about this on stage on a podcast? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. She has so far said no to nothing in terms of like, is it cool with me
GP.
telling this?
She gonna say no to something.
I'm sure she will
I
eventually.
know, and that's why I said just do it wherever.
Yeah.
So if she be like, well, I don't like, well, you can't say it now. I've been doing it. So you
Yeah.
just do it anyhow.
Yeah, okay, that's a different philosophy.
Or
I don't run shit by you.
Yeah.
or you run the joke by her and she says no. You go, well, do you want me to make it about somebody else?
yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's fun. Yeah.
A good one.
you,
Just tell me what name you want to go by.
You fucking public?
Do I fuck in public?
Don't worry about it.
I have, but I don't.
You don't do it no more?
No.
You're married with kids.
I got kids. That's
Grown
it,
man, father of teenagers.
Yeah.
I just figure you ain't got time to fuck in the house.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not-
no,
yo,
I
fucking
will-
in
I
public
will not
is
lie.
fun.
It takes work. You know, you have to. You have to.
Like
you have
y'all
to-
getting
It was fun.
We used
We used to have a good time. Yeah, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah. No, you know what? Most of the time, it's really awkward, and you're like, God damn, this would have been so much more fun on
Right?
the bed.
Did we just
I had stuff I still wanted to do. We didn't get to.
get caught by a rent-a-cop at a dugout in a neighborhood?
I'm a
This-
slow lover. I don't like to get my heart beat up too fast. You know what I mean?
You down to all right? You're gonna have to go flavored.
You going flavored.
That's fine.
I gotta watch my.
Oh my God.
I gotta watch my heart rate.
I just shocked, like, what? Does Grady drink anything?
No.
Never. I've only known it for 7 years.
And then that laugh. That was the answer.
Let me tell this one quick story.
Yes,
What happened
yes.
last night.
Gotcha,
So
buddy.
I really like this. I was like, oh, I really enjoy this. So you go step in a bar, right? And I go and sit down, and she's getting the drinks or whatever because she makes all the money. And and so like I'm sitting down, and she's kind of dancing, and kind of it's like a fun little vibe. I see.
Wait, like how?
I see a dude. I'm not gonna
I'm not gonna do dance.
that.
I'm not doing the dance.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm not
replay it
doing
on
the
loop.
dance.
I'm gonna turn it
And
into
there's
a
a
GIF.
dude clearly hitting on her like hard,
Okay.
like hard at the bar and everything like that. And she's not like giving it to him, but she'll be like, yeah, she's saying it.
I know
And
what you mean.
you can tell I'm like, oh, this guy thinks he's in. So she gets the drinks, comes to me and starts making out with me like hard, and you see that guy walk the fuck outside. And shit like that. I like that a lot. I was like, yeah.
That's
What's
really
up?
dope.
I've had that
Yeah,
experience. That's a
yeah,
good one.
that's fun.
I will give it to this girl for all
We
the
already
bad
know
shit
what
that
he
ended up happening with her. One of the cool parts. We were in New Orleans. We spent a weekend in New Orleans. This a billion years
ago.
ago.
Excited. I don't know nothing about what you do.
I know. So she goes downstairs. She goes, just come find me, and she goes, I'm gonna go down there. She goes, I'm gonna get a drink. She goes, I'm gonna let somebody's gonna hit on me. You know what I mean? She was hot, so it was like somebody's gonna hit on her. She goes, and I just let him go. She goes, and then whenever you feel like it, she goes, smoke a joint. Do what you do. She goes, whatever you feel like coming down, just come steal me. Like gangs. I'm not gonna tell him I'm with you. She's like, I'm gonna let you come in and be you, and just make this clown. And it was really pretty because you just got to come down the stairs and be the dude. Yeah, that was so that kind of PDA when you end up making out with somebody and it's a faux victory over some. That was pretty cool.
Hit me with a similar thing. Went down there and that bitch was gone.
She ran across the wrong player.
I was like, damn.
She texted you, sorry, baby, the game was too good.
And I got 4 drinks left on the room tab. This is
that motherfucker must do Uber Eats or something.
He spent some A game.
She left with an Instacart. Nigga,
put the drinks on your room.
Dog, yeah.
I had a girl come up to me at a bar one time. One of the night, I think it was at Secret Group, and she's hanging out. I was hanging out with Will.
Yeah, you
hanging out, having
bitches.
some drinks. And this chick come up. She's an attractive young lady or whatever. She comes up. She goes, "Hey, can I just talk to you for a minute?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, what's up?" And she goes, "Well, that guy was over there showing me his bank account. He's trying to get me to leave with him." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, and I looked over. He had his phone in his hand. Yeah. And she's like, he just showed me his bank account and tried to get me to leave with him. And I was like, "Well, what? Why are you here? I mean, is there a good number? What's the number?"
Is there a comma?
She's like, "No, it's a really big number, but that's gross." And I was like, "Oh, okay. So you want to hang out with us, so you're okay? Yeah, that's fine. Hang out."
So
you know what I mean?
I had a moment where I realized I'm not a good person, and it was
just the one moment. No,
yeah. This was like
not the story about Slade earlier.
He's narrowed it down, Jerry.
Yeah.
Let's hear the moment.
So there's one. Well, I was with a girl and really more party friends, anything like that. But we'd hook up occasionally, you know, and she was hot, you know, like she was real fucking hot. And there was one night we were out at this place. It's like a high rise. It's kind of a real and it's just a lot of blow and a lot. I sound like Trump. A lot of blow.
A tremendous amount of blow.
A lot of blow and a lot of drinking and everything like that. And it was one of those things. The guy's on a crazy amount of cocaine, and I realized there's a couple other dudes there. They're all trying to fuck her.
Okay.
And I'm the problem. and it was like, and they're giving me so much drugs and so much alcohol. Not as like a friendly thing, like
take you out of the equation.
Take this guy, take him out.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was, and it got to the point night.
They were the German flak gunners trying to shoot you down.
2 of the guys that left was just the guy whose place it was, and the girl, and you know what I mean. And he's kind of like, we tried to leave several times. And he basically is like, we got to do this. And essentially was kind of not allowing us to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was getting.
I can't play those games. Where
Am I on the microphone? Sorry.
You are now.
Yeah.
Where everybody's trying to outweight. You know, like it's just the like we try to leave our hand on the car longer than the other person.
Yeah.
But what made you feel like a bad person? Did you lean into it and be like, well, free drugs are free drugs?
So we finally got out. We finally got an Uber, and it's like 5:36 in the morning. Like it's one of those type of things. And we're on the Uber.
That sun
back
is
home,
gray, blue.
Dude texts her, and I might be getting the number wrong, but it was something around this. Where he goes, "If you leave Grady right now and come back to my place, I'll give you $10,000."
Wow.
And by the way, again, I had done an insane amount of blow in whiskey and booze.
Who was driving?
Uber.
You got an Uber?
Okay. Uber. Meaning I have no dick to give at this point.
So you just like go into the app and put his address back in?
And I was like, in my head, my first thought, and what came out of my mouth was like, that's a pretty good deal.
We could split this money.
Yeah, I literally was like, I was saying, I was like, give me 2 G's. And then I was like, wait, am I a pimp right now? Like,
I was waiting for Grady to look at her and go, how do you feel about getting $5,000? That dude wants to give you $5,000.
And she was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's gross and fucked up. And I'm like, it just like hit me. I was like, oh yeah, that is messed up.
Yeah, don't go back.
but my true gut instinct was like,
take the money.
Terrible.
Yeah, suck his dick for a little bit. Fuck him.
What are you talking about?
This is an easy decision.
Well, I think that's because we're men. Because if somebody was like, texted your girlfriend like, hey, if Grady comes back, I'll give him $10,000. You're like, hey, let's go get that money. You know what I mean?
That's why I stopped having group sex. Because it was
The financial part.
Eyebrow. No, the fucking like the feeling like a bad person shit.
Oh.
Like it's just bad. Like you make so many bad decisions. I'm doing it. You're like doing blow, and I'm just like on.
You should ideally
regular
make sure
life.
everybody in that party though is in the same emotionally stable place. You can't. I understand it's a hard ass.
These two incidents. This is why I'm no more group
Yes.
sex. So the second to last one, it was first of all I was like having too many threesomes. Like I got too into the group sex thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm it's bad.
You could hear his eyes clang when they roll.
Great. Yeah. He knows. Yeah. Because I was calling my brother, literally calling my brother like, I'm crying. I had another one. He was like, what? You did it again? He was like, just go home. That's all you got to do is go home.
That's it.
So it's always bad shit.
It's not like you walking down the street and 2 women are falling on your head like a piano.
His brother's trying to dare him out of threesomes.
Yeah, it's bad.
Just say no. Just say
no. So then the last one was getting robbed. That fucking Omni Hotel of the Katy Free. There, obvious setup. Like, it's going good, whatever. The too high, like women way out of my league. Like, way out of my league. Like, oh, I've never fucked 2 women like this. Great. Fuck it. Should have, retrospect, I'm like, should have saw that coming. Yeah. Guy comes in, knock on the door, whatever, open the door, pistol whips me, takes the cat, whatever. Then they're getting dressed while the shit's happening. Over with. That was when I was like, it was done. The second one, fucking, this is the one. It's like, fuck, I never fucking told you none of this shit. All right, here it goes. Damn, y'all got me on enough liquor. So, I'm in L.A., whatever. I never have a good time in L.A. I hate it there, but I'm there. Finally have a good show, like one of the independent shows. Have a good show. There's an Asian lady there. I've never had Asian pussy. I've heard it's awesome. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, Asian lady's kind of flirting with me or whatever. She's like, hey, you want to come back? You know, want to come with me, blah, blah, hang. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Get in her car. She got a nice fucking drop-top Beamer and shit. I'm like, yeah, let's go. We started driving, bro. I don't know the area, but, you know, you just like, damn, we've been riding for a while. Yeah. We get to Marina Del Rey. We're in Marina Del Rey. So I'm like, what the fuck? We get to this house, pull into the house. Big, huge, like, nice house. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm nervous. This is post getting robbed at that thing. So I leave my wallet and my phone in her car. I'm like, dog, I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm not getting robbed again. Like if something happens,
I'll show you. I'm
coming
all
out
my valuables out of my pocket,
and I'm getting my shit.
I'm robbed myself.
All y'all getting is dick and attitude. I mean, that's it. I go in, Slade. It's an orgy. Right? It's legit. It's like.
May I? Should I wait till the end with my questions?
No, go ahead. You
so,
can ask.
were y'all discussing this on the way, or is this a full-blown, legitimately surprise orgy?
So, this lady is she's coked out.
Right.
And she's saying shit, but it's not coherent. It's a lot about, we're gonna fuck, and it's gonna be this, and blah, blah. She's kind of like saying that it's gonna be some type of thing, but I'm not quite putting 2 and 2 together. I'm thinking we're just gonna hook up or whatever, something like that.
Right. You just broken English, and occasionally you hear
no.
And
she's
looking at you.
fluent. She's with the USC or some shit like that.
But she's coked up. But it's
like kind of whatever. Yeah. It's like
a lot of words.
We get in, whatever, or just happening. In there, I'm hooking up with the fucking.
You're skipping so many steps.
I'm not.
Are you stepping over
it's
people?
Happening.
Like right in the living room as soon as you open the door, or do you go in and hear sounds?
The way I can explain this house, it's an open floor plan. So it's like
like a 60s house.
No, it's
sunken.
Like it's
Is it a studio apartment?
It's like how your place is, but it's it's bigger. I can't explain it. It's just bigger. Like it's space. Like you kind of see everything. There's a wall like which goes into the kitchen. Like
there's one pillar and somebody's getting fucked against it.
Fair. I got you. We're one of those.
But it's kind of open, and the house is nice. Like they have like it's like lights and shit. Like it was.
It's no low rent orgy.
No, this is like I'm like, oh okay. What
are
the
fuck? People old and ugly, or are they good looking people? I'll let you continue.
Middle, like I would say mid-30s if I had to guess. Okay. Like it's a lot. I'm gonna tell you how I find this shit out. It's a swinger situation. Like it's not a lot of people.
Mid-30s, you already lost sleep.
This is all.
I'm out. All kind of. I'm not looking for middle age.
Yeah. How mid? So old and miserable.
Old kind of whatever. But it's like a swingers whatever type of thing. Go in whatever. I'm hooking up with her. So right as the moment was like it's like a moment where you're gonna like switch, like you kind of can float around.
Did a bell ring?
No, it's a vibe. Everything's a vibe, bro. I don't know. It's like she get ready to kind of like whatever. I'm going to switch to somebody else or whatever, bro. Right in this moment, guy walks in. What the fuck? Like go. What the fuck? What like going insane and go. I'm finna shoot this bitch up and starts running up the stairs. So everybody's kind of scattering, like, what the fuck? What's happening? Blah, blah. I leave. I grab my shit. I got everything in my hand. I make a beeline outside. I run the fuck outside. I get in the middle of the street. Whoop, whoop. Motherfucking police. I'm ass naked, holding my clothes.
Oh, my God.
In Marina Del Rey. So it was a noise complaint. Because I'll tell you what happens. Like, I'll just tell you how I ended up in a few of these orgies. It's swingers. This is what happens. There's people that I got into this shit with my wife. We wasn't swinging, but they wanted to swing. So whenever there was a mall, I'd be like, bitch, go home. I'm going to go fuck these bitches. That's what I would do. I would send her home, and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to stay out late and go do whatever the fuck else. And I would go, and I ended up you end up in these type of things.
Right.
So that's what this situation was. Now, if I look back, that's what it was. This lady she was still wanting to do it. He's like, I'm fucking done. So she set one up. He comes home. Orgy. I'm shooting this bitch up. Like, that's pretty much what happened.
God damn.
I'm in the street. Clothes. Whoop. Jordans, everything. Ass naked. In the middle of the fucking street. Right? Cop comes up. He goes, bro. Like, he pulls a U pretty much. He's just like, bro, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, I started talking. I'm like, look, man, I'm trying to explain everything. I met this lady. I did this show. Da, da, da. He was like, you're not from here, are you? I go, no, I'm not from here. He's like, I can tell. Like, I can hear, like, your act, whatever.
But at least it wasn't like a Montgomery County.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't from around here, are you, boy?
Yeah.
You ain't from here is a lot less menacing in L.A.
Why don't you move that there bundle of clothes, boy?
It's way less scary.
I'm fucking.
We know how to handle you.
Yeah, we know. Oh, okay. Let me guess. You found them clothes. Yeah. So I'm whatever. I'm scared as fuck, dog. And he's like, what's going on? He's like, I met this lady, blah, blah, explained everything. He's like, all right, man. So I'm like, can I put my clothes on? Because he's like, yeah. Get dressed. Please get dressed. Whatever, blah, blah. I was like, look, he goes, what's going on in the house? I'm explaining. I'm like, well, I met the lady. We're hooking up. It's kind of people. It's a thing going on in there. I don't know the circumstances. Right. I'm trying not to out anything.
Right.
So he's like, well, what's up? Why are you running out naked? I'm like, look, man, I left my wallet and my phone in her car. That's the car right there. Can we just, I don't know. And he's like, yeah. He walks up and it was unlocked. And he was like, get your stuff. And he just kind of looked and he was like, where you staying at? I was like, I'm staying in East LA. I'm staying downtown East LA. He was like, all right, let me give you a ride. I got so lucky. He did not want to do that job. He didn't want to work. He didn't want to do
paperwork.
He didn't want to do none of that shit. He was like, just get in the car, let's go. Everybody in the house could have died. I don't fucking know, bro. I left Slade.
That's a cool ass cop, man.
I don't do no more motherfucking group sex after that shit. Solo dolo, bitch.
Don't find yourself in those situations.
Yeah, 1v1.
Bro, you just talked everybody at the table out of it.
No, I didn't mean to. Oh, everybody at the table.
Yeah. We all
I don't want to
know.
ruin anybody.
We're all ruined.
So, can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah, we got.
I don't want to demonize.
It's not nearly
group
as
sex.
intense. This is way less.
Oh, okay.
But
We should let you go first.
Oh, the privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
yeah.
So I rode to the orgy with the cop.
Yeah.
Right.
But it just
Crazy.
deals with because of pussy getting yourself into horrible situations.
Yeah.
And there's this girl that I was talking to who was hot, and same thing. I don't know how she had a bunch of money, but she had a 4-story townhouse in Montrose, and she had like a house. I don't know how much information to be given out.
Yeah. Don't say the
lived in
location.
1611.
Yeah.
She had multiple
Properties.
properties.
There
You
you
know
go.
what I mean? That were nice. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have even said that. But anyways, and she liked to party. She liked to, and there was a night. This is why I'm done with after hour spots.
Okay.
We go to an after hour spots, and it's one of those things like you get there, a lot of cocaine, a lot of guns, a lot of neck tattoos, like just a lot of shit where you go like
A lot of bad things.
yeah, a lot of things where you go, man, shit can go bad at any moment right there.
And you're doing this at 4 a.m. for a $20 Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
Cocaine, guns, and neck tattoos.
If a car backfires, something's about to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh shit! And we're playing a game of pool, her and I versus like another couple, right? And it's probably 3:45 in the morning at this point, and
for sure, the girl you are playing against has a lizard tattoo on her foot.
yeah, something.
A butterfly. Yeah, anything.
For
Yeah.
sure, a lizard on the foot.
It's on her neck.
This is the type of place it was. I sat down from playing the game, and there's just like a completely random dude. I know that we have zero conversation. I go, hey man, is it cool if I get a bump? He goes like, yeah. And just it was just that's the type of place it was. You know what I mean? And so we're playing a pool game, and the girl that I was with and the girl on the from the other couple, they get an argument about the pool game. I don't fucking remember what the argument was about. We're supposed to be shooting for who gives a fuck? And it starts to get a little heated.
Yeah.
Like they're starting to get it. And I look at the guy because it's a real moment right there. You know what I mean? And I walk up to him. I go, "Do you give a fuck about this?" And he goes, "No." I go, "All right, let's sit down."
Perfect. Perfection.
But that could go in the other way so quickly.
That could have went another way, big time.
And then they all went back to her apartment and fucked.
The scariest one I had, I was living up in East Texas at the time, and I was working for
Jerry
this.
Wayne in an orgy.
No, it's not an orgy, but
goddamn
it's
right.
trouble you can get into because of women.
Okay.
But I worked for a couple places, but I did like the trim outs on mobile homes, like when they stick the two sides together. I was the guy who went in
Fill
and
the
trimmed
gap.
it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was doing this for this big place in Tyler, Texas, or whatever, and this gal that was their lead salesman, she was cute as shit, and she was older than me, but we got to hanging out and stuff at lunch, and then we got to a habit of, sometimes after lunch, she would go to one of the model homes and leave the door unlocked, and I'd go over there, and we'd have a good time. Yeah. That was going on for like a couple weeks. I didn't know anything about her. Didn't ask. We were just having fun, And one night she invited me out to go dancing in Tyler, like country dancer or whatever, and then go back to her place. And I was like, cool. So we did that, and I woke up next morning. I went out on her, like in front of her apartment. I was smoking a cigarette. I was just hanging out there, and there was this old man sitting out there walking his fucking dog. He goes, boy, you a ballsy one, ain't you? I go, what do you mean? He said, boy, y'all was making a racket last night. He said, you ain't worried about her husband? And I was like, oh, no.
Exactly.
First of all, I ain't know she had a husband. She ain't brought that up. Weren't no pictures in the apartment. And he goes, well, he's gone a long time. He goes, he's gone a lot. He's a Marine recon sniper. And I was like,
Oh no!
you talk about ghosting a motherfucker? I ghost reconned her ass. Boy, I never. She's probably still wondering if I'm dead or alive. Like, I quit the job ghosting her. I stopped showing up to work ghosting her.
No call, no shoulder. You, bro, quit on his lunch break. He didn't even go back in for his pants.
I stopped going to Tyler, Texas for a little while. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm out of my boundaries. I need to get back to where I'm supposed to be.
Oh shit.
Holy shit. shit,
Like,
Jerry.
I'm pretty sure I left shit out of my pockets in her apartment. You know what I mean? Like I just like walked out that minute. No
Jerry,
shoes. Like I'm gone.
I'm laughing at you backpedaling. Right? Just him being like, you worry about her husband? Oh, shit, I didn't goddamn. All right. I'm just here to do a job. Okay?
Yeah.
And weirdly,
I had no idea. I was like, what? No, I don't. No, that's not really my thing. I'm like looking around the parking lot. Is this motherfucker here? How do you know him? You know, like
Jerry, you got to get you some TikTok pussy.
I don't want that.
yeah. I was gonna say I was gonna add to this, but no, I've weirdly gotten by with most of my indiscretions. We're out of time. Jerry Wayne Longmire, Trey Tutson, our guest Grady Pruitt. It's so good to have you here. Chicken, thank you, man. Throw a hand up, Victorious. You
just slippery.
always do the best work. I just like being private. Sladeham, your host as always. Come see us. We're all on tour. We're always out.
Fucked all of our moms.
Trey and
But not after they were moms.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trey
He's
and
not
I.
a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Trey and I have a date in Kerrville, Texas. I think it's July 9th, 8th?
July
8th. We're going to be together. Lots of opportunities to catch us all. I've got a special coming up soon. Grady is back in Houston, so if you get a chance to populate one of the Houston clubs, the Riot or the Secret Group, you're likely to see him. At Pruitt Grady, if you want to go see more of him on Instagram. The rest of us under our own name, Sladeham, Trey Tutson, Jerry Wayne Longmire. We appreciate you.
Populate's not a word, but
Populate's not a word? You're going to maybe, I'm wrong.
That's
I'm,
you're
I'm right.
absolutely right.
I mean, I'm fuck.
Jerry, populate a word.
Got me.
Yeah.
But how do you pronounce it?
Populate.
Oh, populate. I thought you.
Oh yeah, I think.
Oh, you put the
There's a you.
but you put the you put the
That's the way I
pronunciation
call it.
on the
The second
beginning.
vowel matters, and then the rest of them do. That's what it is.
Populate. We got to get out of here. We'll see you soon.
I believe in good whiskey, and I believe in good times. I believe in good music, loud guitars, cold